Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcomed by South African President Cyril Ramaphosa as he arrives at the venue for the G20 summit, interacts with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. Indian envoy P. Harish highlights Indian Navy's role in combating piracy in high seas at a United Nations meeting on seafarer protection. Says Navy saved over 520 lives, escorted 367 ships carrying cargo worth $6.3 billion over the past 2 years. The IDF says it killed a Hezbollah operative in a drone strike in southern Lebanon's Refrain. The military says the operative involved in attacks against Israel had violated the Israel-Lebanon ceasefire. US Vice President J.D. Vance says any plan to end war in Ukraine must respect Ukrainian sovereignty and be acceptable to both sides, calling it a fantasy that Ukraine could win just with more US aid or sanctions on Russia. Ukraine scrambles to respond to US plan that includes many of Russia's hardline demands, saying it has consulted key European allies on next steps. President Zelensky pushes back on the proposal, while Putin has welcomed it. Myanmar authorities arrest hundreds of Chinese nationals in a raid on KK Park scam compound near the Thai border. State media footage shows buildings demolished and detainees sitting on the road before being led away. China's United Nations envoy sends a letter to the United Nations chief stating Beijing's position on comments made by Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi and asking it to be circulated as a General Assembly document. The move comes amid rising Japan-China tensions over Taiwan. Rescuers race to find more than a dozen people still missing after a week of heavy flooding in Vietnam, where authorities say at least 55 people have died. Eli Lilly became the first drug maker to hit a $1 trillion market value, driven by booming demand for its weight loss and diabetes drugs. The company's stock has soared over 35% this year, making it one of the most valuable players in big pharma.